Hey guys, this is HTOMario, and I'm picking another random ladder game. I don't know who wins this. It's completely random, and it's going to be entirely from my point of view, so we can try to figure out what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and give you more in-depth details to what I scout and how I could react, and how I do react. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And I'm picking these random games from which I have no memory of, so that I don't give away like an ending, like if I'm gonna lose or win. So, I make it a little bit more interesting. Hopefully I win this one, but it's very possible that I could pick a loss over in this video or any video that I pick randomly. So, alright. So we're gonna wall off with our 10 supply depot, 12 barracks, and we should be getting a 13 gas. Here's our gas right now. After this, we should wall off again with another depot, or maybe scout with this SUV and then send another depot to wall off. We want to make sure that we're walled off since we're not scouting very early, just in case of cheese. And he does do some light pressure over here, but we force the Marine to go around, and then we scout with the herd SUV since we're most likely going to lose it anyway. Get our orbital command, and we should be getting the supply depot very, very soon. I'm scouting for a drone, but oh, here it goes. Alright. So here goes the supply depot. We scout in his base and we see he's got a hatchery. We see that he's got most likely a spawning pool, but he's mining gas. So everything looks pretty normal, and I'm waiting over here to see if he gets a really fast third. It's been kind of a popular trend lately. So, just waiting around. And I built my command center on the low ground. I'm getting a reactor and a factory. So the reactor first, then the factory. And I see some zerglings, so I popped down a bunker, just taking down these plates a little bit. Back at the base, everything's normal. I decided to get the watchtower with the swimmarine so I can see if he's not sending in a few just to take out this watchtower. I can see how many zerglings he has, and he has quite a bit, so I have to be a little careful. But I do have a bunker full of 3 marines, so I'm not too terribly worried. And it tries to come over here, so I raise the depots. He gets an SUV kill, which is great for him, and he scouts it out. Now, back into my bunker and retake my watchtower. So, I switched to the reactor, and I made another one over here, and after the factory was done, I instantly made an armory and 2 widow mines. The 2 widow mines are for any type of roach attack, and I get my +1 attack already for my mech, so now I can produce marines and hellbats, and marines and hellbats, paired with a few widow mines, can hold off a lot of zerglings. They can hold off zergling baneling as long as you split them up properly, and they can hold off a small amount of roaches. So if I think that there might even be more roaches, I'll just throw down more widow mines. And I'm getting a starport, in between. So this starport could help me, go kill some overlords with a single Viking, or it could also help me get some medevacs for a drop. So I'm switching. Sometimes I don't do this, but occasionally I do. I'm switching this barracks over to build another reactor. So I'm going to have 3 reactors, and it's going to be for a factory, a starport, and a barracks. And I'm going to be able to drop widow mines, drop hellbats, drop marines, and just be able to produce 2 medevacs at a time. I already have 4 hellbats, and everything's looking pretty good. Just starting to wall off with our supply depots, so that once we start the drop harass, he can't just run into my base. I also put a widow mine here just in case he tries to block this off with like a zergling or an overlord spawning creep. I know that he's got his third, so it's most likely not going to be any cheese, but he could have some zerglings on the map. Now we've got these medevacs, so we're going to go walk across the map with these widow mines, marines, and hellbats, and then the 2 medevacs to see what kind of damage we can do. We should be taking these medevacs here as well. We're kind of going the long way around so he doesn't quite see, but there's most likely an overlord over here who saw it anyway, and then he's got 2 overlords over here who spotted it. So we're going in. There's a spine crawler building, and we want to drop the widow mines, and I see the banelings are coming, so I try to split up a little bit. But I do take quite a bit of damage. I save a hellbat and 2 marines, and I have some more reinforcements coming in. And you know, this is kind of killing a few units. This Widow Mine didn't kill anything, but this one killed 4, so that's alright. And now with these medevacs and the reinforcements, I decided to go drop in his base. I have another command center in my base. I already have +2 attack going when he has his 1-1 still going. So the reason why I go for the attack first is because Banelings Zerglings are completely useless against +3 Hellbats as long as you have enough of them, because they one-shot Zerglings. So, like, of course, 200 Zerglings are going to be able to kill 10 Hellbats, but they are going to be able to kill them. But this just makes you incredibly more cost-effective, and then having the early attack not only boosts your siege tank damage so you can take out more roaches, but it boosts your Thor damage so you can take out Ultralisks better. So overall, very, very good to have plus attack against Zerg. I drop right in between here. This makes it so I have 2 Hellbats guarded by gas geysers. I have 4 medevacs healing. I have a few units on the side, but that's okay. So he's attacking into a really light choke point, okay? Only 2 or 3 Zerglings can attack here at a time, or attack this one at a time, and I have a medevac healing it, and he's already got +1 attack, so he's 2-shotting Zerglings. And in a large clump too, so he's losing a lot. If you look at units lost tab, he's lost so many units, and he was able to take it out even with a medevac healing it. And then we just get out of there. He's lost a lot of units and a lot more resources than I have. So this definitely prevented him from droning up. He was forced to make units, and he's making even more Zerglings now. Spire on the way. And back at my base, we are throwing down 4 more factories. So we're going to go into really heavy, aggressive mech play. The Viking is out. We built the Viking. We got another medevac. So the Viking we're going to be using to get rid of overlords. I think I pulled him away or something. But we're starting another few drops here. So we're safe behind this wall. Well, as long as he doesn't run up right now, because the wall isn't up. Well, we're playing a little bit greedy, and we're going to put the command center right down here and try to play extra greedy and really get these other gases. And throw it on a single missile turret because it's almost Mutalisk timing. So I see him over here, you know, and my +2 is done now. I'm about to start +3. I have a Thor on the way just in case of Mutalisks, and we're getting some missile turrets down. So I see him and I go drop behind the mineral line, try to do what damage I can. And I kind of spread up my Hellbats, so he lost a lot of his Banelings just attacking 1 or 2 Hellbats instead of all of them. So now I'm able to do a lot of damage here. He's losing a lot of units. We can tell that he's killed like 14, he's lost like 14 workers, and now I definitely see, okay, Mutalisks are out. But some of them are actually dying to the Marines I have here, being healed by medevacs. But I end up taking the medevacs away, and he runs with these mutas. I want to save these medevacs for when more Mutalisks pop out, when these units get overpowered. I don't want to lose them. They're quite expensive, and I've done the damage I needed to do here. It's definitely not mining from that base. So now we're on 5 factories, a starport, our +3 attack is on the way, and his 2-2 is on the way. And we got another command center in our base, so we can do even more macro because we have a lot of minerals. We really needed this gas, so I'm glad that I established this base in this game. We're sending out 2 Hellbats drops, and the reason for this is if he's coming to attack us with Mutalisks, this Thor's stuck, so we gotta kill some stuff. But if he's coming to attack us with Mutalisk, 1 drop over here, then he could exploit the weakness of this base or up here. So we want to be really careful. There's some Zerglings going here. I don't see that quite yet. I have a Thor over here, but I believe he gets taken out. Now, if we're dropping him in his base, he's not attacking our base, and this Hellbat is still able to kill like 2 or 3 workers because he, you know, just kind of flew past it. And we got a lot of reinforcements back at the base. Another drop over here, killing even more drones. We've killed about 31 drones this game, and this forces him once again to stay back at his base. You know, he's not mining here right now. So this is kind of a building phase. I'm throwing down another barracks because I'm very confident in my ability to. I'm very confident that I'm ahead. I'm getting another command center here, so it's a wall off, and then there are some Mutalisks attacking here, but I left one Thor up to be closer. He does kill one Thor, but I left one Thor up to be closer, and I had another one right there, so he's forced to kind of run away. And I'm getting Widowmine Burrow, and I'm now transitioning into Widowmine Siege Tank. I have a lot of Hellbats, I have a lot of Thor. I have a decent amount of anti-air unless he really masses Mutalisks. Widowmines are really good against massing Mutalisks. I put another missile turret here so it's harder to stay in front of my production facility. Tech lab over here so I can get a Raven so I can kill creep. And I already have my +1 vehicle weapon ships ready to be queued up so that I can automatically start getting armor. But just only when it was close to finishing, so I can get it the moment it's there. Some Zerglings over here. So now we have Thor, Hellbat, Widowmine, Siege Tank army. We have a very robust army. And we can counter a lot of Zerglings with this. We can take on a few Ultralisks. A little bit okay against Birdlords, as long as they're in small numbers. Infestors would be a little bit of a concern. And back at the base, and we have quite a bit of factories now. We're up to 7 factories, so we're definitely going into this very heavy factory style of mech, and I want to be able to produce a lot of siege tanks or Thors, which is why I have so many reactors, 4 reactors, and I have 3 tech labs, so I can produce a lot of Widowmines. Now he's at this base, but I'm going to go ahead and attack him. And I'm planting the Widowmines down. I see that these Banelings here are morphing, and I siege right here, and he cancels them because he doesn't want to get them all blown up before he can use them. And I plant these Widowmines here down so they can take some, deal some damage against flying mine Mutalisks to make it less of a threat. Moving into his base here, while the siege tanks, the Thor, and the Widowmines hold the ground. So anything flying past is going to take a lot of damage. We're moving past while I try to take out as much damage or anything out of his base. I'm still producing tanks, Widowmines, and I'm starting 2 command centers over here. One to take my expo, another one to get another one for economy, so I can lose more SCVs. And he loses quite a bit of Mutalisks here. And he leaves, and that's game over. He's taking too much damage, and we have too much of an army in the back. He's down to like 38 workers, and we're almost ready to push out again. So I hope you enjoy this game, guys, and thanks for watching.